We're a Saudi company. We're based in Saudi Arabia, and we look at Saudi Arabia as being our home and being our prime investments. And we're looking to extend and increase our investments in Saudi Arabia. Real estate, of course, is a major development, a major asset for us, and we keep investing it here. We look at also different sectors. So if you look at the characteristics of the Saudi population, it's a growing population. It's a young population. And it is a large economical power within this region. So we're looking at things that actually go along with the trends and the young population. Number one is education. So we're looking in terms of investing more in education, schools, elementary, high schools. And we're doing this from 2 points, from a profit point of view and also from a CSR point of view. So we have, in SEDCO, we have a very well-known program called Riyali, which is financial literacy program, and it's under our CSR initiative that actually looks at financial literacy at all levels, from elementary to college, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a good program. Other sectors that we're also looking to grow with is the pharmaceutical sector, the medical sector. We're already into that sector, so we're looking in terms of how to diversify it more. We're also looking in terms of the transportation sector that we're in, because we're in it, but we look at 3PL, for example, in terms of how to help that. So we're looking at different sectors, and we see there is opportunities in Saudi Arabia. I think you have to look at this in two aspects, and two important aspects as an investor, and any international investor. Number one is diversification. So if you diversify into your different asset classes and also into different regions, then if you have a yield in one asset, that might counterbalance to a higher yield to another asset, plus also geographically. We at SEDCO, we are diversified in terms of have investments in over 40 countries in every asset class that is Sharia compliant. All of our investments are Sharia compliant. The second aspect is long-term. If you look at the investment as a long-term point of view, so you really don't look at the small cyclical, if I want to call cyclical, low turn of an investment. Might it be a yield, might be a slowdown in one public equity in one of the markets. As long as you're a long investors, you're not worried about these small cyclicals. You look at the longer turn, and this is what we look for. So when we see a low yield, or if I want to qualify it more, maybe a downturn in one of the industries, one of the markets, we see it maybe sometimes an opportunity for us to come in and buy an asset at a premium where someone wants to sell it, and we hold it, and then we sell it when the price is right and when the market picks up. We look to have vertical integration with our existing businesses, and that's why we're attracting foreign companies to come into Saudi Arabia in businesses of which we excel and we know very well. Give you some of the examples and the recent successes we've had. So we have one of our companies is called Tarfi, which is in the restaurant business. So last year we have signed with Macaroni Grill, chain of restaurants, to open some restaurants in Saudi Arabia. We've opened the first restaurant in December 2014 in Riyadh. We've also recently signed with Ocean Basket, which is a South African seafood chain. We plan to open the first restaurant in Saudi Arabia in September 2015. And we're in the process of also signing with a fourth franchise. So this is on the food side. We're also in the hotel business. We have Elaf Group. So we're looking in terms of how to do joint ventures with an international chain to come in. We're also in the automobile business. We have Autoworld. So right now we're in discussions in Autoworld how to acquire one of the international leasing companies in Saudi Arabia. We're looking at manufacturing. This is something that we're not strong in, but we're looking to expand. So we're looking at some type of joint ventures with international companies coming in to look at a specific fields. So we're looking at our priority is in terms of sectors, business sectors that we know well and expand vertically, but we're looking for new ideas. And with our strong name in the market and our presence in over 40 countries, that brings a lot of potential investors to us. I think you have to think, if you're a potential investor, foreign investor, and you want to come to Saudi Arabia, what would you try to look for? You'd like to look for a family business, which is strong in the market, which has strong elements of separation between ownership from management. So it's run in a professional manner. It brings in professional leadership. So that would entice you versus other companies, which is purely family run.